Tonight, a routine restaurant inspection pulls out surprises in Deneden.
That's not good.
What not good?
It's raining maggots in Auckland.
They were just falling in my hair. It was all over the blue table. It's not nice, it's horrible, it really is.
And in Canterbury, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Off my property. Off my property. Get off my...
Okay.
In Deneden, Environmental Health Officer Wayne Boss is heading out from the council for a routine inspection. Food poisoning is a serious public health risk, with over 12,000 people contracting various foodborne illnesses every year.
Hello? Hi, can you help? From Deneden City Council Environmental Health.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm here to just do a routine inspection, food inspection of your premises.
Chinese restaurant Blue Sky has a history of problems with food safety practices, currently carrying an adequate C grade.
Any areas outside?
Yeah. Outside the coolers, outside.
It should be this.
It doesn't take long for Wayne to uncover problems.
That's raw meat, it's in a bowl, but it's uncovered as well, so it doesn't do all that you could reasonably, practically do to protect the food from risk of contamination.
The food here is dangerously exposed to all sorts of cross-contamination.
We've got cooked ducks there, but we've got no idea when they were actually cooked. When did you cook these ducks?
Yesterday.
Today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. What's that?
Sweet and sour pork.
Sweet and sour pork.
Yeah.
When would you have made that?
I already yesterday cooked it. Yeah.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Without any labels as evidence, Wayne can't be certain.
What about this pork?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
Yesterday. Yeah, already put the salt.
Right.
And in the freezer, things are just as bad.
That one's chicken's feet. There's some which seem to be almost like raw pork. What's going on? Can you come and help me? Can you just tell me what some of these are?
The tiny stem, some the stem hole.
How old are they?
All this mid now, they're gonna keep it here. How I put it?
What's this?
Chicken feet, dim sum.
When did you make them?
Yeah, mid now, all of them made the salt a day, all the salt a day.
Already there are grave concerns about the operator's food safety practices.
It's not clean enough. A lot of the food has become uncovered. This chicken looks like that because it hasn't been covered properly. So it's going dry. And these meals, the dim sum, again, some of those haven't been covered, right? I've no idea how old they are. And again, you need to be getting in here, organising those and clearing out the old ones until you've got a system that you can tell me how fresh they are. Okay. Do you understand that?
Yeah, all of the fish, they've done some anytime.
Yeah, but that's not good.
Not good?
No, it's not good. Yeah.
What not good?
Yeah.
Wayne's concerns don't seem to be sinking in. That's a worry, because this inspection's going to get a whole lot worse.
Yeah, they take the dim sum, all the fish pan, dim sum, the salt, same.
Okay.
Yeah, not fish pan, I bring it close, please stop.
Meanwhile, on Auckland's Northshore, Environmental Health Officer Brett Taylor is responding to a distress call from some unhappy tenants. 1 in 4 New Zealanders say the home they live in has contributed to poor health.
How you doing? I'm Brett from Northshore City Council.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
Tenants Chris and Leslie claim they have lived in filth for 18 months, unable to escape their lease.
We just rang you out of desperation. Neither of us sleep at night. It's difficult when you've got a rat behind your headboard.
Yeah.
It's even more difficult when you go to the laundry and there's a rat sitting on the washing machine and it goes one way and you go the other way in a panic. We've got mice droppings like through these cupboards.
There's one in there and there's some at the back.
Okay. And it's like that through the whole cupboard?
Yeah.
Oh, but as you can see, we've emptied all our cooking gear and Tupperware. Well, we've thrown all the Tupperware out, actually.
Living with rats poses a serious health risk.
We thought it was possums. We now know better. You'll invite people around for dinner and you're sitting down at dinner and 5 or 6 rats do the Kentucky Derby over your head, and oddly enough, people sort of want to hurry up and leave. So it's not a great house for entertaining.
It may be a dirty job, but Brett must unearth the full extent of this problem.
Okay, so that will just push up when I go up
You'll
there?
probably get rat droppings on your head.
Will I? Oh, lovely. Yeah, there's definite signs of rat activity here. Some very large droppings right next to the hatch.
Clearly, Chris and Leslie weren't exaggerating when they said it was like having rats running races over their heads.
It's more urine that I can smell.
Oh joy.
Yeah, it's not nice.
No.
Exposure to rat urine is a major health hazard that can cause leptospirosis, a dangerous disease that can be deadly.
The rat droppings are scattered through the roof, and it looks like they've had a fair go at the bait stations as well.
Earlier, the landlord had a friend put poison baits in the roof, but they didn't kill all the rats. The remaining rats have destroyed the bait stations. And it gets worse.
On Thursday morning, my partner Leslie woke up to find the carpet covered in maggots from rotting rodents in the roof. They drop out of the top left corner there, where there's some pretty big gaps. We vacuum them up. That's about 24 and a bit hours worth of maggots coming out of the ceiling.
Maggots are fly larvae and need rotting flesh to feed on. They'll be growing in the carcasses of the rats that were poisoned.
It was just falling in my hair. It was all over the blue table. I had my grandson's toys there and it had all landed in his toys and, oh, horrible. Yeah, I didn't know where to go, to be honest. It's like, well, what do you do when your floor is just covered in maggots?
Run.
You know? Yeah, run. It's not nice. It's horrible. It really is. It's heartbreaking.
Maggots dropping down from the ceiling, I don't think anyone would consider that's healthy.
In Deneden, Wayne has uncovered serious health risks, but an agitated owner isn't helping this inspection.
You don't understand Chinese dim sum, you understand?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no fish, but I bring her close this
Okay.
one.
When's this from?
You mean?
When's that from?
The siu mai, you understand?
So how long have you had that pork
You
for?
know, you talk to Chinese, come and send to
Okay.
English,
Don't
okay?
worry. Don't worry. If what you could do, you start just organised, tidying that a little bit, cleaning it. We'll carry on into the kitchen, okay? All right. All right.
Yeah, you don't understand Chinese dim sum, no trouble for me. And the first one, dim
Okay.
sum.
All right. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Inside, and things are about to get a whole lot worse for this troubled operator.
What I can actually see under there is rat droppings. See the very large ones? There are rat droppings. But there's evidence that there is some vermin activity. There's the odd other droppings under there as well. These are droppings. You don't clean under there. Yeah, do you know what those are? It's rat droppings, yeah?
Capable of transmitting over 500 diseases, including listeria, dysentery and even salmonella. Rats are a serious health hazard to unsuspecting diners.
Good test of finding whether they've got the wash hand facilities and there's hot water and there's detergent and disposable paper towels, so passed that part of the test, which is good.
But because of the severe vermin infestation, Wayne needs to take immediate action under the Deneden city bylaws.
Currently you're carrying a grade C. I'm going to change that on the evidence of what I've found today to a grade D and close your premises, no operation of your business, no sale of food to the public until we've got this issue sorted out.
The operator is shut down and must convince Wayne within 3 days that he can maintain adequate food practices. If not, he faces longer-term closure and prosecution under the Food Act.
I'm pleased that we've actually done something to protect the public with the food as well. I'm quite happy that it'll be closed now until Friday to give the operator sufficient time to make those improvements.
In Canterbury, Environmental Protection Officers Melanie Bressington and Khloe Armor are responding to a call out on the pollution hotline.
Welcome to Environment Canterbury, speaking with Laura.
Smoke pollution is a serious threat to air quality here.
Okay, bye.
It's the job of this team to help prevent it. Today, Melanie and Khloe have been dispatched to investigate a complaint from a young mother. A residential chimney has been repeatedly blowing ghastly smoke onto her property, with concerning effects to her children's health.
Oh, that's really strong. Hi, my name's Melanie. I'm with the pollution hotline. How long's it been occurring today?
Probably most of the day. Okay. It can be a lot worse than this.
Potential harmful discharge of smoke carries a beefy $300 fine under the Resource Management Act. So a survey first will grade the risk.
It's 10 minutes worth of measurements, and we take short, sharp kind of sniffs every 10 seconds within that minute, and we're measuring the scale of intensity on a scale of 1 to 6, so 0 being no odour detected at all, 6 being extremely strong odour. Hedonic tone, so whether it's, you know, extremely unpleasant or if it's quite a pleasant smell. So smoke would probably be in the unpleasant range.
Returning from school, the young mother is concerned about the health of both her children, but especially her asthmatic baby.
Yeah, smelly.
Air pollution studies show that particulate matter in smoke has detrimental effects for asthmatics, with decreased lung function.
We've just finished the odour assessment. What we'll do now is we'll go over and try and contact them and see if they're home. Yeah, it's not a very nice smell, is it?
With the risk apparent, Melanie and Khloe must confront the source of the smoke, the neighbour.
Hi, my name's Melanie. I'm with the pollution hotline. Do you have a moment? You're not interested in talking to...
Property off my property, off.
Okay, well we have a right... Sir...
Off my property.
We're warranted officers under the Resource Management Act. We'll knock on his door, shall we?
Just be careful, Khloe.
Off my property. Off my property.
But under the Resource Management Act, we have a right to be on your property. We just wanted to ask you a few questions about your domestic chimney.
In Canterbury, Environmental Protection Officers Melanie and Khloe are investigating a smoky chimney. It's causing distress to a young family on a neighbouring property.
Off my property. Off my property. Get off.
Under the Resource Management Act.
Off my property.
Okay. Okay, sir, we're leaving.
Off my property. Come back here when you got a warrant.
We have got warrants.
Talk.
But under the Resource Management Act, we have a right to be on your property. We just wanted to ask you a few questions about your domestic chimney.
Talk.
Despite the man behaving aggressively, Melanie and Khloe persist.
Can I take down your name, please?
No.
We just want a few details for our database.
I'm not going to give you none of my details, okay? Unless you've got a warrant to arrest me, I ain't going to give you none of my details, okay?
Well, we don't
have a warrant.
Well, you have a warrant
to arrest you.
You having a warrant to arrest me?
It is a legal offence.
I am not going to tell you my name.
It is a criminal offence if you do not provide us with your information.
Show me that detail then.
Okay. There's Section 22 of the RMA there. failure to provide information.
You can just tell us your name and address.
I'll just give you my driver's license.
Okay, that's sufficient. And what's your telephone number here, please?
Haven't got one.
Do you have a mobile number?
No.
Okay, does any of your flatmates?
Don't know.
Do you know their names?
Never got it.
Okay.
So you reside at this address, sir?
No.
No?
But do you own this property?
No.
Whereabouts do you live?
On the moon.
With the man being very unhelpful, Melanie tries a new approach.
So it doesn't usually burn like that all the time, or is it just
No.
just when it starts up?
We've got a guy from Canterbury Chimneys or someone. He come and swept it, and then he told me that the flue wasn't the legal length for the pitch of the house or something. So he's coming back and put a 4 metre flue on it and a different hat on it one day this week when it ain't raining. Right, and if that don't fix the problem, come back and see us then.
Okay.
Right?
No, that's fine. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Wow. Yeah, he was not very pleased to see us, unfortunately. Yeah, he got quite aggressive. He was refusing to give us information, and it's actually a criminal offence, failure to provide information, so we actually had to show him what section of the RMA he was going to be breaching if he didn't give us his name and details. And even then, he still was making a joke of it.
But there's also a good result out of that. He is in fact increasing the height of his flue there, so that'll lift up the height at which the smoke leaves, so it might just be enough to stop it falling directly into the complainant's property, as we saw it doing today.
The man did later follow through on his promise to extend the flue, but further complaints resulted in abatement that required him to stop smoke discharging from the property in an objectionable manner. And Environment Canterbury made attempts to educate him about the correct use of the fire. Back on Auckland's North Shore, Brett is responding to a complaint from tenants living in a rat and maggot-infested house.
They were just falling in my hair. It was all over the blue table. Didn't know where to go, to be honest. It's like, well, what do you do when your floor is just covered in maggots?
Having tried for 18 months to remedy the situation, Leslie is at breaking point.
It's not nice, it's horrible, it really is. It's heartbreaking.
And the list of health hazards keeps growing.
Right, so water quality, drinking water. This is just straight cold water from the tap. It's our drinking water, cooking water, washing water, you name it, after the filters.
The water supply to the house comes from this rainwater tank.
No. We don't drink the tank water now. It's either get bottled water or we go down to someone with city supply and just fill up cans of water. Actually, we've felt quite a lot better since doing that religiously. So this is filtered water. The colour you're seeing there is pretty much the best we've ever had it. It's been green to about that sort of colour on and off in the past.
Yeah.
So what does Inspector Brett think of this property?
This is probably one of the worst I've ever seen. It's all adding up to be quite a serious situation. I am quite surprised that no one's been seriously sick here.
At the end of the day, we have both been sick. We can't sleep at night, and it's taken forever and a month of Sundays to get anything done about anything. So we've had a gutsful, pretty much.
With rats running riot, maggots falling from the ceiling and green drinking water, these living conditions are not healthy.
I'd just really like to get an exit from our tenancy if we can, either through the tribunal or directly with the property manager and landlord. Neither of us are happy living here. I guess you can see why.
Chris and Leslie later notify Brett that after a year and a half of battling, they have finally managed to escape their lease.
Well, 8 minutes after you left, the property manager arrived in a storm of gravel and fury, and we got out of our lease 5 minutes after her arrival, and the Saturday after you guys last saw us, we were out. We have clear water now. You can actually run the bath and it doesn't look like green tea. Brett did a great job, and We only wish we really had bit the bullet and done it sooner, and
it's made us a lot happier.
A lot happier, a lot healthier.
Happier and healthier. Yeah, healthier.
Yeah.
Back in Deneden, Wayne is revisiting Chinese restaurant Blue Sky, where uncovered food and evidence of vermin activity posed a concerning public health risk.
Hey! Clean! That's looking a lot different, which is great. We've got containers with lids on things, food's in boxes, big fish, but it's not open, the food's not open, which is good. So what this is kind of showing me is that this business operator can do it, you know, and I'm looking for him to consistently keep the premises like this, not just when we've come round and had a bit of a talking to him, you know. Can you get for me the pest control work that you've done as well? I'm looking for baiting, I'm looking for follow-up, and I'm looking for no bait takes. And in the restaurant area, it's saying that they have inspected bait stations and found no activity in that area.
The news is an improvement for the operator.
My real ideal hope is that he's going to move this forward now, because obviously what you can see today, Friday, 3 days on from the inspection, is a completely different looking premises.
For now, a D grade will at least allow the operator to reopen his business.
So we've made some gradual improvement. I mean, my hope and ambition is that when we come back next week on Thursday, we can move this to a grade C. And who knows, after the food control plant training course in June on the 22nd, you know, next visit you might be able to move forward again, but only time will tell, really.
Blue Sky later earned an upgrade to a more acceptable C grade.